Hello, hello. I'm Heidi Dean, social media expert for actors and a backstage expert. And today I am going to show you how to write a social media bio for acting. And what that means is, when I say for acting, writing a bio with a purpose, not just for playtime. All right. I'm going to just turn up my volume to make sure you guys can hear me here. And social media bios, guys, they are so important because a bio is really a central part of your networking strategy, your actor brand, and your social media bios directly reflect your follower growth. They're so much more important than you think. So there's a little bit of a delay here, but I am going to hop in chat and see who's here. Hey, Indra, you are here a lot for these lives, so thank you for being so supportive of me backstage and all your other actors. But as you guys hop into chat, this time I want you to let me know, what do you think your social media bio's #1 job is? Your bio has a lot of different jobs, but what do you think your social media bio's #1 job is? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Hey, Katie. Hey, Christina. Awesome. Christina, I know I saw you on Twitter right before here saying you wanted to, up your bio, make it better. Okay. Hi, Kia. Hi, Theater Kid. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Stella. Awesome. I just asked everybody, let me know what you think your social media bio's #1 job is. Numero uno job, okay? Let's see. To promote yourself, to grab attention, to give a good first impression. These are all awesome answers. To market myself as an actress, to promote. It should be how to get in contact with you, to make you be desirable to clients. Awesome. You may be a voice actor, I'm guessing. Let's see. Get people to follow you. Ding, ding, ding. Kelly Fine, you are the big winner today. But a lot of these other answers are also, they're right on the money. They are goals of your bio. They're things your bio should do, but they're not the #1 thing. I love this. Display your personality. We're going to talk about it today. And Paul's here. Awesome, Paul. Yay. Okay, guys. So the #1 thing that your social media bio needs to do, it needs to get people to hit that follow button. Yes, it is there to tell us about you. Yes, it's there to make a connection. Yes, it's there to send them to your link. It's there for all of those things and to build your brand. But really, the #1 thing it needs to do is to get people to follow you. Perfect. Know your type immediately. Yes, it's all there. And I was right. AJ Jones, you are a voice actor. Perfect. Then that was a perfect answer. All right, guys. So like I said, that #1 thing is in your bio that it has to get people to hit that follow button. And that is a whole lot of responsibility for a little old bio, especially if you only have 80 characters some places and 160 characters some places. So when writing yours, you've got to make every single character count. All right. Now, another reason that your bio is super important as an actor, and I saw a couple people talk about this, is that when someone in the business, so this could be a casting director, a director, anybody, when they Google you, your social media bios actually show up in Google search. They show up in the preview. So you'll see your username, your name, and your bio. They don't have to even click over to Twitter or Instagram. It's going to show up. So obviously, if your bio is unprofessional or if it's just really poorly written, then they might not even click over after they Google you. It's super important, right? And then, of course, all your, everything you're putting into networking and growing your following will just be a waste of time. Okay. But don't worry, because if you guys have been live with me before, then we're going to fix that today. We are going to fix that bio. And specifically, I'm going to show you 4 things that you can include in your social media bios to really make them stand out and do their #1 job, right? To get folks to hit that follow button. So give me a thumbs up, a heck yeah, a amen emoji in the chat to let me know that you guys are ready to know what to put in your bio, and we'll get started. I'm going to grab some coffee while I wait. Great. I love all these answers. To be a hook, to tell people who you are. Hey, Edward. I'm so glad you're here from Central New York. New York in the house. Awesome. What happened to the clock? It's actually there, but it's a little higher up. It's up here. You can't see it. I'm sitting near the ground. I'm having knee problems again. But it's all good. But the clock is still there. I'll let you see it. I'll move the camera in a little bit. Thank you, Theater Kid. Awesome. So guys, I see a lot of thumbs up. We're going to dive right in. Okay, so the first thing your social media bio needs to include are keywords. All right. Successful bios contain keywords that attract like minded people who do what you do, and that includes people who want to hire you. Let me explain, okay? There are some wonderful Twitter bios, some wonderful Instagram bios by celebrities, like think Tom Hanks, Ashton Kutcher. They don't use keywords. And that's cool because we know who they are, right? Tom Hanks doesn't need to say he's an actor in any way because we know that. But the world may not know who you are, and they may not know that you're an actor yet, right? So be sure you include some sort of keywords that help us key into what you do. Are you an actor? Are you a voice actor? And like AJ Jones here. Are you a Broadway actor? Keywords can also be the shows that you've been on or in. Okay. Help us key into who you are. Okay. This can also be location based. Maybe you're a Nashville actor or a Denver actor or an Atlanta actor. This key helps us key into where you are. Make sense? Okay. Awesome. Hey, another Heidi here. Awesome. That's pretty rare. There's not a lot of us. We got to stick together. Okay, guys. And why keywords are important on platforms like Twitter is that on Twitter, your bio is completely searchable. That means everything in that whole section, even down to your location, will help you come up in search, whether someone's searching for something up top in search or they're going into advanced search to search on Twitter. All of that is searchable, and that is not the case on all social networks. And don't worry, I'm going to break that down for you today. So by including keywords in your bio, especially on some place like Twitter, it can help you come up in search. And I think I just used the example Nashville actor, but I have a client who's a Nashville actor who actually just booked a job in an independent film. And they got it because someone was searching, a director was actually searching the hashtag Nashville actor on Instagram. And they also did a search for bios on Twitter for Nashville actor. And guess what was in her bio? Nashville actor, right? So she actually got an audition. It was a virtual audition by being specific with a keyword in her bio. Okay. Now that was Twitter, what I just talked about, right? Actually putting keywords in your bio on Twitter will help you come up in search. Now, Instagram is a little bit different, so pay attention, okay? Instagram, we still want to use keywords because they're going to help people key into what we do. But the only two things in your Instagram bio that are actually searchable, at least right now at the time of this live, is your username and your name. Okay, you got that? So we do want to put these keywords in our Instagram bio so people key into who we are and they know that we're like-minded people, right? But just know that they're not going to help us come up in search. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense. And it'll make even more sense when I tell you what the next thing to put in your bio is. Okay. Let me know. I am Ariel. I follow you on Twitter. Oh, awesome. Awesome. And J.K. Robbins, Nashville representing. So let me know if that makes sense about the keywords, guys. Okay. Paul, should keywords have a hashtag as well? Perfect. That is actually what the next thing we're going to talk about, Paul. Perfect. So the second thing that we can include in our bio is connections, right? We first said keywords, second thing, connections. So think about it. If you have an agent or a manager who's also on Instagram or Twitter, you can include their handle in your bio. Okay. Maybe you're in a theater company. Maybe you went to UCB. Maybe you went to NYU, right? Then you can put that connection in your bio. I'm going to bring it back to Twitter once again. And the reason why I keep bringing it back to Twitter is because I love Twitter because it's actually the easiest to grow your following and it's the most searchable because of that magical bio that's so searchable. So when someone searches on Twitter for you, any connections you put in there may help you come up in search as well. Perfect example. I'm here talking on Backstage. My bio changes all the time, so I'm actually not sure what it says right now. But occasionally it says social media writer for Backstage, for @Backstage with a handle, right? Why? Because it's part of my bio. It's truth, but also it's a connection and it helps me come up in search. So when someone goes on Twitter and looks up Backstage, guess whose account pops up right next to it? Pretty cool, right? So it's a way to come up in search. Remember, the goal of our bio is to get followers, not just because someone's reading it, but because we're getting searched. Makes sense? And here's where the shows you're on or in might also be a connection. Okay, great. I see makes connections. Yes, perfect. Paul just asked, and this is where I was going to go anyways, should your keywords or your connections, in this case, have a hashtag as well. Okay. And it's such a good question. I say on Twitter, limit the hashtags in your bio. Yes, they'll help you come up and search, but you do not want to hashtag stuff. There's nothing worse than seeing a Twitter bio that's like hashtag actor, hashtag this, hashtag that. You want it to be readable, right? Include a couple that are really true to who you are that you may be able to come up and search for, right? I think Christina, who's here, she does horror movies. That's what she wants to do. And I think she has hashtag horror fam in her bio. Perfect example. Really, what do you want to do as an actor? How can I put a hashtag there to attract that? Okay. Instagram, though, remember what I just said, guys, about bios. And if you're joining us late, Instagram bios, only two searchable things are your username and your name. So yes, you want to put keywords and connections in that bio to help key into what you do. But if you put too many usernames and if you put too many hashtags in your Instagram bio, it's not helping you come up and search. And all it's doing is I'm going and I'm seeing your bio and it's like hashtag actor, hashtag veteran, and then you link to somebody else's account. All I want to do is hit that hashtag or find out what that other account is, right? It's actually driving me away from your Instagram account. Let me know if that makes sense, guys. So you don't want to put too many usernames and too many hashtags, Paul, in your Instagram bio, because it's really driving us away. It's not helping you come up and search. And then guess what? It's not fulfilling that goal of your bio to get people to hit follow. Makes sense? So in your Instagram bio, guys, really, when we talk usernames, I'd say the 3 times you should use a username in your bio on Instagram, and I'm talking about within your bio, not your username, is for representation. You can use, you can send someone else somewhere else. If you're on a show or you're in a show, possibly use a username. But be careful. If you were, an extra, a co-star, even a guest star, and I click over to that show and I'm not going to actually see you there, you're still driving me away. So you can list the show, right? But maybe on Instagram, you don't actually link to it. Okay. And then the third reason I put a username in your Instagram bio, an actual username, is if you create content. So say you have your Instagram account for you, and then you have your Instagram account for your web series. Then you'd want to link those by including each handle in each other's, because that's also fulfilling the goal of each account of growing them. Okay, good. I see a lot of makes sense. Lots of makes sense. Perfect. Awesome. I will answer this. I'm going to answer questions at the end, but this is right on. Hey, Vanessa Ray, thanks for joining me again. What about using shows, places you've been on, worked on for past for connections? Yes, totally use that. But what I'm saying now is just be careful about hashtagging them or using the @ symbol, actually linking to them on Instagram, because really you're driving people away unless I'm going to go over there and I'm actually going to see your face. Okay. And just a little bit, I'm going to give you guys a couple examples. After I give you these 4 things, I'm going to read some examples for you so that you can clearly see how these 4 things can work in your bio and how they can get people to follow you and want to hire you. Okay. So number 1, keywords. Number 2, connections. The third thing we can put in your bios are some personality. And I know I saw that in the chat in the beginning. Add some personality, guys. Share some interest and passions that you have outside of acting. So if you're passionate about the environment, if you're passionate about travel, animals, being a mom, classic films, whatever, Disney, tell us in your bio, okay? Doesn't have to be everything, but pick a few. And as long as it aligns with who you are as an actor, and even better, if it aligns with the type of roles you can play, have it be part of your brand. Okay, this is where you can be funny, have personality, and be creative. Okay, I want you to write this down, guys. Your bio is a teaser for your post. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Your bio is a teaser for your post. So important. So use your bio to give us a preview for what you're going to post about. Right? I read your bio. It's one of the first things I see that pops up if I click over to your account for whatever reason. Maybe you were engaging with me. Maybe you popped up in my feed. Maybe I saw you in Explore. So I click over, I read that bio. Make sure it reflects what you post about. Because what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to attract the right people as followers and repel the wrong people. Oh yeah, we want to attract and repel. Not everyone is a good follower for you guys. Okay? Your bio is like, is like kind of like the bouncer for your account. I actually don't think I've ever said that before. I love it. Your bio is the bouncer, right? It's going to let the right people into your account, the right followers, and it's going to push the other people away. Okay. So give us a preview. Use the keywords, the connections, add some personality, and make sure that bio is a preview for what you post about. Okay, some personality, some interest. Now, this is a whole live topic in itself, because I know some people are like, but Heidi, I can't put a whole list of what these interests and all that. No, you should be very specific about this ahead of time. You shouldn't just be posting about acting. You should have defined what parts of your personality and your interests and your passions are part of your online brand. Okay, this is step one to doing your social media, even before writing your bios. It's a whole live in itself, actually. And Katie, I know Katie's here with us. Let's just give a shout out to Katie. She's always running the chat. She's awesome. Katie, can you drop the link to my What to Post live? Because a live she's going to drop in the chat for you guys. This live is about how to create your online brand. Okay. And then once you do the work from this live, then you can take all those passions and interests and put them in your bio. Okay. So you have a little additional homework today. Now, when I say add personality, guys, this can also be something about your personality or appearance that sets you apart. Are you super tall? Do you have, an unforgettable laugh? Do you have a special skill? Especially if the special skill ties into what you do as an actor. Okay. This is great because these human touches help people connect with you and really want to follow you. All right. Perfect. Great. Live is so much better. It makes sense. Perfect. Awesome. Great, guys. I'm glad to see you're with me. Perfect. Great. And there's the live right there, guys. So what I'm saying is go watch this live when we're done here today, and it's going to help you figure out what parts of you're going to incorporate into your social media beyond acting. And then you'll be able to put those keywords into your bio. Okay. Those little tidbits of personality into your bio. All right. So you kind of get 2 for 1 today. Theater kid, the bio is like a resume. Not necessarily, because your resume, you don't normally talk about anything outside of acting. And your bio needs to have a little bit more personality. You might list a couple things you've done, especially if it's something we know what it is. But definitely it needs to say actor or something on it. Okay. Or like the elevator speech. I love that. All right, guys. So keywords, connections. Number 3 was personality, those interests. Okay. Number 4, if you have them, one thing you can include in your bio are, major accomplishments in the acting field. Okay. So you can mention significant awards, your union affiliations. That's an accomplishment, right? So SAG-AFTRA, Sundance winner, Jefferson nominated, things like that we might know what they are. Okay. Now, on the flip side, very, very important here. If you're just starting out as an actor and you don't have a lot of professional experience, that's okay. That's awesome. But you still need to sound accomplished in your bio. And a lot of times what I see is aspiring actor or dreaming of being an actor or waiting for my big break in a bio. If you guys are taking classes, if you are working on your craft, like you are right now, you're on your marketing right this second. If you're going to auditions, and I know it may be a little slow now, but if you normally go to auditions, you're an actor. So just be an actor in your bio. Don't be aspiring. Don't be anything like that. Just lead with confidence and say actor. Got it, guys? This is so, so important. All right. So in fact, in the chat, I want you guys to write, I am an actor. No more of this aspiring actor. You are an actor if you're working at it. Okay. Coffee time. Whew. It's hot here in New York. Whew. I don't know if it's hot where you guys are. I should be drinking iced coffee. Okay. I'm an actor. Perfect. There's such a delay. My coffee helps me catch up with the chat. I'm an actor. Awesome. Yes. Just be an actor or a dancer. I love it. Or a comedian, whatever you're aspiring to be, whatever you're working toward, just be that in your bio. As long as you're working toward that, it's not quite like being a surgeon. That would be lying if you just said, I am a surgeon and you've never gone to med school. Okay. Where's my clock? Okay. I am just going to take my clock down for this guy right here. Where's my clock? It's right here. You just can't see it. I'm sitting a little further down today. So here's my clock. Don't worry. I'll never get rid of my clock. Okay. All right, guys. So one last thing that might be in your bio. I know I said four things, but one last thing. It's very specific and very important if you are a parent of a child or a teen actor. Okay, your account must say "run by mom" or account "run by parents" or "managed by parents," and this is for safety. And also, if your child is under 13, it's actually they're not supposed to have an account, so it must say this, or you can actually get your account taken away from you. Okay. So that's a little bonus. If you're a parent of a child actor, you need to have that in your bio. I am a voice actor. Awesome. I am a singer, photographer, vlogger. I love it. I love it. I love all this energy. Okay, guys. So those are really the four things you need to have in your bio. I'm going to recap them real fast just because I know people join all different times. Keywords. Number one, connections. Personality. Remember, those were the interests. Remember that bio was a preview for what to expect from your post. And number four, if you got them, if you got any nominations, awards, accomplishments, add them. And if you don't have all of these four things, don't worry about it. These are just four things you can put in your bio and you can integrate. Okay. Lead with what you have. You can always change it, perfect it over time. Your bio is fluid, just like you are. So you should not write your social media bio now and then never change it again. You're going to update it when you do different shows. You're going to update it when you change. I think actually my first live I did this year for Backstage was social media spring cleaning. I always suggest in the spring and in the fall, you do a little social media spring cleaning and an autumn audit where we go back, we look at our bio and say, is this who I am now? And we update that bio. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to read a couple examples for you guys so you can clearly see what I was talking about with these four things. And then I'm going to take some questions. Okay. All right. So these are just a couple examples. So bio. This bio says actor. It's actually on Instagram, so it even has cool emojis next to it. Actor, Jefferson Award winner, Beagle loving vegan, UCB alum, like comedy, watch this. And they're pointing to the link in their bio. It's kind of a perfect bio. It's succinct, tells us exactly what they are. Let me go through that again. Actor, it's a keyword. Jefferson Award winner, of course, a keyword, but it's an accomplishment. Beagle loving vegan, we have a whole lot of personality there. And I bet you we see those things in their post. UCB alum, so we know that's an accomplishment, but we also know they're funny. And then it says, like comedy, watch this. That's another thing we can put in our bio, which somebody did mention, a call to action. So, especially on Instagram, we have that link in our bio, right? So you can say, like comedy, watch this. Or want to see me, in a film with Reese Witherspoon? Watch this. And then you're linking to your website with your reel, or maybe it's your reel on YouTube, wherever it is, right? So that call to action can be a little bonus thing we can put there, especially on places like Instagram, where we get a little bit, even though we get less characters in our bio, that, the link is right there and we can really send people there. Okay. Let me give you one more example. And this is actually my husband, who is also a Backstage expert, Philip Hernandez. So it says Broadway and TV actor. Next up, company Broadway. And he uses the username. You can see this is from earlier last year, obviously. Seen on Gotham, Blue Bloods, The Path, and more. Acting coach, proud dad, visit me here. And he's pointing at his website. So do that again. Broadway and TV actor. Next up, at Company Broadway, seen on Gotham, Blue Buds, The Path, and more. And he's just listing those. No hashtags, no usernames. Acting coach, proud dad, visit me here. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So you can see clearly he's got keyword Broadway and TV actor. Next up, he's telling us actually what show he's going to be on Broadway. Seen on, you see all these TV shows that he has been on. Acting coach, proud dad. So then you got some personality and find out a little bit more about him. Visit me here, another call to action. Okay. And I just realized, you guys, if you want to see these examples, and I have even more examples, I don't know why I didn't think about this. I have a free Instagram class for actors. It's at freeclassforactors.com, but it's in the link below. And that Instagram class for actors talks about how to write your bio, and I show tons of different examples. So you'll see this in action. You'll see when you should use the hashtag, when you should use the username. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take questions, but I'm going to say one more thing before I do. Okay. Little pro tip here for your bio. If you're on multiple platforms, instead of approaching them differently, I say start with your Twitter bio because you get the most characters, and that's the bio that's most searchable. So you get 160 characters there, and that bio is going to help you in search so much. So I start there. Then I take that 160 character bio, and then I reformat it for Instagram, where you get 150 characters, and I add some emojis. Then you can take that over to Facebook, especially your profile where you get a little less. And then say you're on TikTok where you only get 80. I think it's easier to do that, but really optimize the best one, which is Twitter, where you get the most characters and the most search results. Okay, so that is the order I would go. So let me look at chat. And let's just say for chat, guys, what I really want to do is start with questions about what I've talked about today, because I'm here every other week on this channel. Talking about online marketing for actors, talking about social media for actors. So if I don't get to all your questions today, I will get to them another time, I promise, or find me somewhere on social media and I will answer your questions. But does anyone have questions about what we covered today, about keywords, connections, about should you use hashtags or usernames? Let me know, and then I will answer other social media questions. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit. If you answered a question earlier that I didn't see while I was teaching, please drop it in again. I see a lot of people saying it's totally hot. It's hot everywhere, right? Oh, it's supposed to start getting cooler next week, which is cool until it's winter, and then I'm not happy. I live in New York, guys, if you're new to me being on live, but I'm born and raised in California, so I miss my California weather. Okay, can we put the names of the people we worked with under or schooled at? You can, but you have to know, you have to realize you only have 160 characters. So like you're just not gonna have the room to really do that. That's that's your resume. You have to think smaller on social media. Now, if you study with a coach and that's the acting school you're going to right now, then possibly, yeah. Just you only 160 characters is so small. Okay. So you're going to find that you probably won't have room to put the school and the teacher. Okay. All right. What about having your website in your bio? Well, Heidi, yay, Heidi. You can't put it on Instagram. You can actually put it in the link in your bio, but you don't want to put it in the actual part of your bio because that's not clickable. But on Twitter, you can put it in your bio, but you do have a place for a link. I've talked about this before in other lives. We actually talked about it a couple weeks ago when we talked about websites, that a confused mind says no. So be careful about putting a link in your bio, but then also including one in your Twitter bio. It gives me just too much to click on, right? So be careful. Twitter already gives you a link for your bio. So utilize that. You can also utilize something like Linktree, TapLink, any of those services that when you click on the link in your bio, it's kind of like a mini menu, looks like a website menu, to send them alternate places. Okay. AJ Jones, good examples. Yes, those are perfect examples, right? I have to take partial credit for my husband's, but but you can see how it was really easy for us to integrate those 4 elements into those bios. Okay, and like I said, that free class for actors that's in the description, will show you even more examples. There's even an example for a teen actor as well. Okay. Edward says, edited my Instagram bio just now. Talk about doing the work, Edward. You are on it. Let's give Edward a shout out. Go, Edward. Paul, thumbs up. Okay, Live Free Warrior. If you're a content creator as well, what are your thoughts on adding an email address in your bio? Well, you can do that. It takes up a lot of space. On Instagram, if you're a content creator, I'd say switch to a creator account. And then you actually get an email box on a creator account. So I don't know where you're talking about, Instagram, Twitter, but when you have that creator account, you have all sorts of choices, but one of them is going to be email. And it's actually a button, which is better than something that people can't even cut and paste in a bio. You got to keep that in mind. Like, somebody can't go onto Instagram and like actually cut and paste your bio. It's not copyable. Is that a word? It's not, they can't actually copy it like that on mobile. So it's much better to switch to a creator account and then use the email button where they can contact you. Okay. All right. Okay. Oops, this just moved really fast. Sorry, guys. Oh, these are big questions. I'm gonna first looking for questions about bios, and then I'll answer a couple of these today, guys. I know I normally stay on an hour, but I have a podcast interview at 1 o'clock, or 2 o'clock, so I can't stay the full hour. Let's see. Is it okay to link social media to emails to industry professionals? Um, kind of, a little different topic. Yes, of course. If you're doing like an email submission, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, yeah. If it looks good, you got to know your social media is part of your first impression. So if it doesn't look good, if you didn't do the work that we talked about in my live about clean up your social media, um, then no, I wouldn't like to it. But if it looks good, it represents you. You have a plan for what to post. You're actively growing your following. Then and your bio looks good. Then yeah, put it in your email signature. Okay. And if you need help with an email signature, if you don't have one, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/Heidi Dean, since we're on YouTube here. And I have a whole video on how to do an email signature as an actor. Okay. All right. When choosing a past project for bio, should you choose the one or ones with the highest number of followers? Oh, you mean for search? Well, Instagram, it won't matter because it's not going to help you come up in search. So I would actually choose the one that people would recognize, right? Like you saw with my husband. My husband's been on a lot more TV than that, but we chose the most, one of a very recent one, but Gotham, he was recurring. Blue Bloods, guest star, but people know Blue Bloods. And then The Path, he was recurring on that show on Hulu. So we led with his biggest roles and some of the ones we knew people would know more than others. Okay, there's so obviously with new media, there's so many projects that not everybody always knows the projects you're on. I'd say I'd lead with your best, especially the ones that best showed you as well. Okay, really, there's no right or wrong way to do it, Vanessa. With choosing the projects, do the ones you're most proud of, right? And know that if you put it in your bio, someone may ask you about it. So be prepared that like pick the ones you're proud of. So they say, oh, you were on that show. Oh, what episode? What did you do? You want to make sure that you didn't just pick it because it was the biggest, like that you're actually proud of what you did on that show. Right. All right. Okay. The people that are asking about like Facebook account, business account, all that, if I don't get back up to it, keep putting it in the chat. Okay. Because I want to see if there are any more bio questions. All right. Hi, where can I find good examples of bios for my website? I'm having a hard time writing mine. Thank you, Vanessa. The best thing I can tell you to do, I hosted Actor Website Week on my channel last week. That's just look up Heidi Dean and social media for actors on YouTube. I have tons of videos about your actor website. And one of them, I have 10 things that should be on your actor website. I have a whole thing about how to write a About Me page. And I show you examples of websites too. So that should help you. Okay. Whew, it just moved again. All right. Thanks. Enjoy. You have family in New York. New York is awesome, right? Paul, is it a good idea to link your demo reel in your bio, or should your website take priority? Well, your demo reel should be on your website. So I would put it there. If your reel, Paul, I thought this was the other Paul that I know is a voice actor. You can always put your reel as like a pinned post. So if we're talking about a Facebook page or we're talking about Twitter, I would put a post with your reel and you could actually pin it to the top of your page. So that's the first thing they actually see there. If it's not too long, but your demo reel should be short. So it should fit the bill there. But like I said, your demo reel should be on your website. So I think that covers both bases. Okay. I wouldn't just send them to YouTube with your demo reel if you also have it on your website, because your website is always king over YouTube. You go to YouTube, you send them there to your reel. It's harder for them to find out a way to contact you. You have no idea what they're going to see after they watch your reel. So I would definitely, website's always king for that. Okay. AJ will be updating my Twitter bio today. Awesome. When you do, guys, if you update your bio today, find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter at Marketing for Actors, and Twitter for Actor. Find me and let me know. I'd love to take a look. Okay. Live Free Warrior. Instagram, yes. And I'm a creator, so better use the space for another page you created. Yes. Just use the button for your email. And then it'll go directly to your email. Okay. Jimmy, would you add IMDb link to Instagram bio? Sure. I mean, if you don't have a website, yeah, go for it. I say you always need to send somebody somewhere. So don't leave it blank. So if you have a website, that's always king. But if not, another social media platform, IMDb, yeah. But I was always lead with the thing you're most proud of, right? So if you don't have any credits on IMDb, I wouldn't send people there, right? It'd be better to send people to a casting profile, to a Backstage profile, somewhere else, than lead with something that doesn't show you at your best. All right. It just moved. If you change Instagram account types to creator, do I lose my bio and post? No, it just switches right over. When you change to creator or business, sometimes things move around. Like when people are looking at your account, your picture might be in a different place. This might be formatted a little bit different, but your bio will look exactly the same. All right. And someone else is saying you won't lose them. Perfect. Saturn Crush. So this is actually part of your bio because your bio does include your username. You may have already mentioned this, but should your handle on Twitter and Instagram always be your full stage name? Your full stage name is king, but you can't always get it. Okay. It's, for a lot of people, if you just joined Twitter, I can't even get Heidi Dean on Twitter. I can't get on an Instagram. I can get it on YouTube, thank goodness. But so yes, your name is always king, but there are other alternatives. Adding actually actor, it's a keyword. It can actually help you come up in search on Instagram too. Actor, official, I have a video called 15 username hacks when your username is taken, something like that. Look it up on YouTube. It actually ranks for usernames. It'll give you 15 alternatives for when your username is taken. Okay, it will really help you. All right, gonna do a couple more. Vanessa, with Linktree and bio, I've heard that you should only send people to one place, not give them a choice of many links. Well, one place doesn't make sense because if you only were going to send them to one place, you would just use the link in your bio. With Linktree and all that and tap link, if you guys are hearing me say this and you're like, what are those? Those are the things you can add to your Instagram bio or any bio on social media that gives you multiple choices. Do not put a million choices on there. That is silly, but you're definitely going to do more than one. Where do you want to send them? Is it your website? Do you want them to watch your reel? Both of those, the tap link and Linktree, give you the ability now to add video to your link in your bio. So people can click on that and the first thing they see might be your reel. How awesome is that, right? So it might be your reel and maybe you link to your website or your IMDb, or maybe you got a little mini menu at the bottom that sends them to Twitter, TikTok, wherever you want to go. Right? Yes, you definitely want to keep it simple. I've seen some actors that have gone crazy with their Linktree and tap link, and it's like 20 they're sending me 20 places and I want to go nowhere. So yeah, keep it simple, but definitely you're going to use more than one. Okay. Christine, we need a website other than all social media accounts. I talked about this 2 weeks ago here on Backstage. Not every actor needs a website, but it is a hub for all of your social media, for all your marketing materials, your resume, your headshot, your reels. So it can be very useful. But if you're just starting, you might not be ready for a website. I don't know where you are in your career. But like I said, my actor website week was last week, or maybe it was actually 2 weeks ago. And I've got a whole video on are you ready for an actor website? That will help you, Christine Healy. Bye, AJ, your phone is dying. Thank you. I'm only going to be on for a couple more minutes, okay? All right. Edward, can any non-acting work or career be a part of the bio to show diversity besides acting? Yeah, that's a little bit personality, Edward, I'm going to send you back to that live that Katie linked to earlier about what to post, because you have to decide what is part of your online brand and what isn't. If you were a former you want to keep it, but you don't always want to put your day job on your bio, because remember, you're leading with I'm an actor. So that's a whole nother topic that I'd say go watch that live and it will help you. Okay. But I have so many clients that are they're veterans or they're former, I have former Olympians, all sorts of people that amazing things they could put on their bio, or former stuntman, but now they're, looking to do more just on camera acting work. Those are fascinating things to add to your bio that make me want to know more about you. Right. And it could be that you were a former engineer or I don't know what you've done. But that might be something interesting, right, to put on your bio. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You need to subscribe to her channel. Everyone subscribe to your channel. So, and how do you say your name? You have such a good channel, by the way. Belgica, I totally butchered it, but I've seen a couple of your videos and it is awesome. So thank you, thank you. And please, I just butchered it, so please tell me how to how to say your name. But she's got lots of great information for actors as well, guys. Saturn Crush. If you happen to be a multi-talented artist, a musician, and an actor, should you brand them separately or combine them? If it's an artist, if it can all be under the umbrella of an artist, then usually you can put them on the same page. Unless you like are a part of a band, then it might obviously you're not the only one in that band. But nowadays, usually you can have an artist page. Okay. If it's multi talents, multi jobs, that's a whole nother thing, because you have to have at least a similar fan base, right? It's like Lady Gaga. She's not going to have like her actor pages and then her music pages. She's also Lady Gaga, but like years ago she would have, because everything used to be separate. But now you're an artist, right? Bell Hicka. Okay, perfect, Bell Hicka. Now I know you have an awesome channel, and thank you for clarifying. Okay, let me look at the time. I have that podcast interview. I don't want to be late. I don't know what that means, but okay. I had to get over my disdain for underscores to get JK_Robbins before that. It was something completely unrelated. Yeah, I mean, underscores are not the best thing because they're hard to say. And you have to think about like your handles. You're not just going to put them online, but when you're in person, when we're more in person, you're at a film festival, you're out, you're just talking to somebody, you're at an audition and it comes up about social media. It's a lot harder to say underscore and remember underscore. So it's not my number one choice, but in terms of being able to easily see your full name, yeah, it's great with that. Christine, your Backstage profile might count as your website. In terms of linking on social media, yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So I'm answering one more question and then I gotta take off, guys. But like I said, I'm back every other week here, generally on Tuesdays, but always check Backstage. In fact, subscribe right here so that you guys get the notifications. You find out when I'm going live, when the other experts are going live. Okay, you're welcome, Saturn Crush. Let's see. Okay. Carla, I don't have time for that question. It's such a big question. Instagram creator, business versus regular. I have a video on my channel that breaks it down with examples and everything. So go for my channel. Okay. Stephen Vega, you were talking about handles for various social media sites and how your name isn't always available. I was suggested by putting the work in front of your name for your handle. Okay, awesome. Yeah. There's like I said, there's that one video I have has 15 hacks, and there's probably even more than that. There's total lots of workarounds that will always put you first before Heidi's, as you'll be the Heidi Dean. Perfect. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find one more question. It's moving pretty fast. All right. Somebody said, did you just see my question? Do we need social media? I did see your question. You do need social media as an actor. And I'm going to send you to another video, Dragon Slayer. On my channel, look up 20 reasons all actors need social media. And yes, 20 reasons. And I'm going to leave you with this. One of the biggest reasons you need social media as an actor is, well, a couple of them. People are looking you up, and a lot of them expect for you to be somewhere. You're not a team player if you don't, because it doesn't matter how many followers you have, people at least expect that maybe you're going to be able to share the project that you're on, right? It's just, you're not a team player. But also it's becoming part of your job. And now more than ever, since, everything is online. Instagram takeovers, whether they're on the feed or their Instagram stories, live tweeting, posting requirements. These are all very standard things that are showing up in contracts, from web series to blockbusters to theater. And I'm talking regional theater, not just Broadway. It's becoming part of your job. So do you need social media? You can decide not to have it. And if you're, Meryl Streep, you don't need to have it. But it's part of your job. And at some point, you're going to miss out on something just because you didn't decide just to be on social media and use it to grow your brand. Okay. So, all right, guys. All right. Yeah. See, other people say they're also looking up for auditions. Perfect. So, guys, I'm going to take off. I got to go do a podcast interview, but thank you so much for being here. Do the work. I want to see some bios. Find me, show me what you did, show me your new bio using keywords, connections, personality, and if appropriate, accomplishments. Okay, guys. I will see you back here in a couple weeks. I think we're talking actor marketing tips, but coming up, we're talking LinkedIn, we're talking Instagram stories, we're talking hashtags. We're doing it all. Okay, so subscribe to Backstage here so you get the notification. And until next time, I'll see you guys on social. Bye.